secret safe with me. Your secret safe with me. I won't tell her. I won't tell you.
Your secrets are safe with me.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my podcast and / my YouTube channel. I'm breaking out. But yeah, so if you guys are new, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all already been here, welcome back. If y'all hear that noise in the background, that's my air conditioner because it's hot in this house, even though it's cold outside. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I be getting hot. And then plus I got a sweater on because I just came from running errands. But that's not what we're talking about today. But as y'all can see by today's title, what we are going to be talking about. So yeah, this is episode 11 on month 3. So I got about one more week before I start my fourth month of doing my podcast. I'm gonna be completely honest. I really didn't feel like showing up today. I really didn't feel like doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. I just like, my mind isn't really there because I'm just more so on like the verge of just like kind of checking out mentally. And then I just came back from California, so make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And if my intro was dry, your lips is dry. I'm just playing. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about being an outcast and the black sheep of your family. Now, I know my family has love towards me and loves me, but like growing up, when you feel like everyone is against you and you go through like certain things in life, it kind of gives off of that vibe as in like you don't belong in your family. And I know like a lot of people go through stuff like that, and that's just like how they be feeling. But for me, like how like me being away from my family affects me in a way, like holidays, it affects me, like birthdays, like small achievements, big achievements in my life, like certain things do affect me, but like mentally. So like physically I'll be fine, but like mentally, when you're like not around your family and you feel like the outcast, sometimes it's just kind of like it's just bland. And for me, it'd be hard because some days I be missing my family, and then some days, like me being an introvert, I just be like, okay, I just want to stay home. I want to stay in the house. I don't really care to be around like too many people, but like it doesn't affect my everyday life like too much. It's just like certain situations and certain scenarios that are like very much affected by it. But for the most part, it'd be cool. In all honesty, if I could change one thing like right now in my life, it would be my obedience towards God. I'm gonna be so honest, like it really just isn't even about me like being away from my family, but like as I said before in my previous videos, like I currently live in Georgia. So it's kind of like when I go back home to Cali, when I used to be on like all that hype stuff, like I fell into temptation and I let my flesh and myself, you know, do things that I know that I shouldn't have did, you know. And I'm just gonna be completely honest, like I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat nothing and be like, oh no, like I was baby, I was out there and back home in California cutting up all right back to where everything started. So I'm not gonna get on here and be like, oh no, I'm just this perfect little Christian girl and I do the walk and it's so easy to follow Christ and all this. Like, no. It gets easier when your love is so strong for God that you don't even sin. I'm not saying that I don't love God, because I do, but I'm gonna just like be so real. Like nobody really talks about that part like on your Christian walk. And so like I literally was over there being so disobedient and I was doing a whole lot. Like, yeah. And then I came home and I was continuing to do it, and I was like, wait a minute, like I started my new life, like I can't go back to old patterns and stuff. So I was like, you know, let me just go ahead and tap back into my Bible. But like if I could change one thing right now in my life, it'd be like me going back and not doing the things that I did. And I know y'all probably like, oh well, like this just seems like a regular pep talk podcast, because it is. Like I've been going through a lot mentally these past 2 weeks, and I was just like, I didn't know what topic to do for my podcast. So, you know, like, I just be like, hella, like, real, uncut, and raw. Like, I really don't hide nothing. I don't have nothing to sugarcoat or nothing to hide. But yeah, you know, I just feel like everything kind of been going left, but like right at the same time. I know, like, might sound weird, but and then it's just like a little weird right now, like, in my life, because I'm not really sure where I'm going. Like, not like, yeah, you could say physically, but like with my future, you know, like, I know they say like walk by faith, you know, like trust in God and all that, and I am, you know, because I haven't like reverted back to my own ways trying to help myself. I just like lean on God for dependency when it comes like to all of that. It's just I'm not really sure where I see myself going. Like, in a way, I might see myself completing my goals, but I can't really completely see like where my future is at right now. And I'm not sure if I'm the only person that's like having that problem where you feel like, you know, you have goals, you have aspirations and things that you're working on, but you're not sure if it's gonna go anywhere because you don't see any progress. Like, I started my own clothing brand, and I'm gonna drop the link down below so you guys can see the clothing brand. But I dropped the clothing brand, and I have to work on some more clothes today to like also add to my website for like different varieties of like sweaters and shirts that people could wear like with my stuff on it. And so like this is like the first time I actually like really completed something. So I was like, okay, cool. So I did my clothing brand, you guys, and like I just like been on like TikTok and YouTube, and like just being consistent, saying consistency is like really a big part and a big key in playing like, you know, role of like being successful. Sorry if I can't talk, my mind is like all over the place, but I just feel like it's just so important to like be consistent. So I've been consistent with all of those things for a while now, so I'm trying to like keep it going. But sometimes those days I just feel like I don't have the energy. Like, I don't always have the energy to go to the gym 4 times a week, but I still get up and go to the gym 4 times a week because I feel better about myself after doing it. Like, I do the best that I can to not let like what I'm going through mentally stop me from my day. So it's like I could get up and I can get myself together, and I could thank God for waking me up today, and then I could start my day, whether it's clean up, I don't know, laundry, be on my son, you know, being a content creator, doing all of those things, and working on my clothing brand. I really more so like, especially like with the job marketing, like everybody's not hiring, so it is kind of like hard to find a job. But the only thing I will say is like, I just feel so heartedly in my soul, like just with the type of relationship that I have with God. Like, I'm not meant to work a 9 to 5, but I'm not meant to work for nobody but myself. Now, yes, of course, I'm God's servant, but I mean like in the reality world, like not the spiritual world, but like the world that we live in now. Like, I feel like I'm really not meant to work for nobody else because I'm too talented for that. And I don't know, like I said, like I don't know where I see myself going, but I know that God has a purpose for me. Like, everything has a purpose, everything has a message. So, you know, I'm just doing the best that I can. Like, whoever supports me, whoever don't. The only thing that I would say is sometimes it's like, it's not aggravating, but it's like nothing new or nothing, like this, everybody knows this, but like people that are close to you, they do not like really like, excuse my language, they don't really F with you. You know, like that, like they be like, oh, okay, girl, I see you, but they don't really support until like you pop in, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to like be like that, but sometimes I just be like, damn, like, you know, like when God does place me to where he needs to be, how y'all gonna act then? But you know, like I just eat it to the chest, you know, I don't pay no attention to it, because like God tell me, like, don't pay attention to other people that are not there for you. And so that's what I tell myself. So I'm going to other people, like, do the same thing, because that work, like when you don't pay attention to other people that's not there for you and that's not really showing up, then sometimes it even be your day ones. You just got to learn how to brush it off and keep going, because eventually everybody gonna see your potential. But you also have to know your place value. Like, you have to know where to prioritize yourself and where to place yourself. Like, you could be messing with one dude and he feel like your value is at like a 30-40%, but then you get into a new relationship and he value you like 1,000%. So it's really all where you place yourself at, and the type of people that you hang around is very important. And then like just me going like back home and then coming back, like yes, I miss home, but I know in my spirit that's not where I'm meant to be. And I know like sometimes like you can get caught up in like the old life that you live. And I know I'm not saying like it's the situation for everybody, but even Christians have hard times, and even Christians do fall into sin. And I know that it's not easy to get out of situations like that. Trust me, I know it's not easy, because like I said, like I just been through it myself, so it's not easy at all. And for anyone that is out there, I really highly commend you if you are just pushing through these type of waves, because it's hard out here for a pimp. I'm not a pimp, but I'm just saying. Right now, my head is like on the verge of just buckle down, get back focused, and reconnected with God, and just continue your life. Like when I came back, I had to got back on the gym, cleaning, and just doing my regular content creator routine, like everything. Like I just started back from where I left off at, like school and college and all that. Like I feel like I have more stability in my new life. And I think like me going back home, it wasn't a bad thing, but it was more so of like a little wake up call. Like, do you really miss this? Do you really want to come back to your old life? Or do you want to be grateful and humble like where you are now? And because I found myself especially like if I argue with my boyfriend, I found myself saying like, oh, like I'm finna move back home. No, I'm not moving back home. And I'm not saying like it has anything to do with my family, but it just has to do everything with me, my journey, and my personal life. Like for real, like my world revolves around God and myself. And my child too. So it's like I gotta make smart decisions and move based off of that. And it's just like, especially with being a mom, like the pressure is on you, because you do have to make sure that you are being a good role model. My air conditioner just went off, but you have to make sure that you're being a good role model for your kid, because your kid looks up to you. Like, so everything that you do and you say, of course your kid gonna be right there. Like, I just gotta make sure that I keep a good head on my shoulders too. Like for real, I was over here less than, and I know like things are not easy in these days, but you just gotta make the best out of it, because the way my life is going right now, chapter 21 of my life has been completely interesting. I got my own place. I got my car. I had my son. I stopped working a 9 to 5, and I invested into myself, and I grew stronger connection with God. So this is like my second year of my Christian walk. I've been consistent with college, so now I'm officially about to be a senior. And I've gone through some ups and downs, but for the most part, I've held up. And, I just been pouring into myself, and I love that. So, like, when I look at the overall chapter of 21, I am, like, such a relief. Like, and I have nobody to praise but God on that. Because when I look back on my life when I was 20, my life started to get decent, but it was still a lot going on. When I was 19, my life was hell. 18, my life was even more hell. And then 17 and 16, and like from the time like I was like kind of young, it was just too much. So, I'm grateful that chapter 21 has brought me all of those things. Now, God says to be quiet about the things that you have coming and the things that you are doing now, so I shall be obedient with that. But the only thing that I will say is that I'm like grateful and I'm humble, and I know I'm just kind of at the point in my life where now that I'm about to be 22 years old, that it's time to continue to grow and not grow backwards. So yeah, I'm ready for 2025, but like, yeah. And I started my gym journey this year too, and I've been consistent with that. So my chapter 21 overall, outside of the little things that has happened, I am like very blessed for the way my chapter 21 has been going. I'm really excited to see what chapter 22 brings. I pray over it, and yeah. But honestly, my journey in my life has been so crazy that I just had to take the time to really think about, like, damn, like God really took me out of that place that I used to be in, And so now that I'm in the place that I am now, I'm just so happy. Like, I don't know, I'm happy. Like, damn, I just had to like really realize that, like, what? God really took me from the place that I used to be. Like, I asked him and he did. That's crazy. I would have never thought that I would be 21, a junior in college for my bachelor's degree. I never thought that I would have a son. I didn't even know if I would ever get to see the day where I even got my own like place and another car, and like working on myself and pouring into myself and feeding myself spiritually. Like, I really didn't think, I don't know, I never thought about that. I never thought like, oh, Tay, like when you turn 21, this gonna be your life. Like, honestly, I'm just grateful and I'm just so happy. Like, that's exactly what the outcome is right now. So like, my best advice that I can give out to anyone is, sometimes we are asking God for all these things, and sometimes we don't even realize that we're literally living in our prayer. Because I literally just noticed that like the other night. Like, I was like, wait a minute, I'm literally living in a prayer. So it's just so crazy. And I think I'm living in multiple prayers, honestly. And God is real, God is here, and he's here for all of us. He will never forsake us. Like I said, I do have to get back to like my reconnecting, because these last 2 weeks I have spiritually have been thrown off. I'm not sure if the Holy Spirit is mad at me, but I'm pretty sure they probably hit me in my face with a Bible when I was sleeping. And I'm not trying to like be funny, I'm being for real, because like I said, like the last 2 weeks, ooh girl, this lace need to come off. But these last little 2 weeks have kind of been like, ooh, but if there's a will, there's a way. God's always going to be right there. And I know who serves. I know who's king. And like I said, over this whole chapter 21, God has been rocking by my side. And even before then, even when I didn't have a relationship with him, he was still there. So I most definitely want to keep that. Everything that I'm doing every day, from day to night, I want to stay consistent with gym, with college, because I'm going to graduate. I'm going to meet my fitness goal and everything. So I'm just so happy that I've been consistent with a lot of things. And I know that no one could close my doors or rain on my parade, because I'm always going to be covered by the blood of Jesus Christ over everything that I do in every aspect of my life and my journey. And you know, like, God got me. He already told me that he do. So I'm really just living like, and like with me being far away from my family, like I was saying in the beginning, sometimes it's hard when you're away from your family, because sometimes you feel like you need the people that you love or people that love you to be around you. But like, being almost 3,000 miles away, sometimes it does not help to like get up every day and go after it. So I go after it for God and myself, honestly. You know, sometimes like with me being a mom, like a majority of the videos that y'all see like on my YouTube channel are a lot of videos where my son kind of like interrupts a lot. So I'm always having to like edit stuff out, go over the whole video. Sometimes my son like will scream and cry, but like obviously y'all don't hear him in any of my videos if you watch them, because I'm constantly doing editing on that, because I just try to like have everything professional. But I know like that's what comes with being a mom, like just with any and everything that you do. But like my everyday life is like, it's getting there. It's way better than where I used to be. But yeah, the chapter of my life for 21, I'm grateful, and I'm super excited that I've been living the life that I've been living, and I plan to continue to just grow through God and stuff. So yeah, I know this isn't like a really long video. I know this isn't like a real like podcast that anybody like would want, but like, this is like me being vulnerable to like, you know, the world right now, or like whoever's watching, whoever supports me. Like, this is really me being like a little bit vulnerable, because you know, some of y'all be monitoring spirits, so I can't be telling that, you know. But no, yeah, this is me kind of being mellow about like my chapter in my life right now during this year, and like where I'm at and where I see myself going, and like how I'm just feeling. And like, I've been feeling fine. It's just like mentally I've been okay, but it just be like little parts of the day where I feel like I just can't do it anymore. But I just get up and I keep moving and keep going and keep grinding, because like I say, I don't know where all this gonna take place at, but I know it has a place. It has a place in the future. The best advice that I can give to someone is don't keep checking your progress. Just keep going. Don't check your progress. Don't be trying to like, ooh, it's not jumping, it's not, because that will discourage you, and you will hinder your own progress by that. So like, really just do the best that you can and just keep thriving and keep going at the end of the day, because it's really all up to you, boo, and what you do. But I just wanted to give some powerful words of encouragement on where my life is at, right now, and this 21 chapter and things that have been going for me. I've let go of a lot of anger towards a lot of people. I forgave a lot of people. I've changed certain things about myself and like my personality, like how I come off. I don't even be trying to pick fights with people anymore. I don't like to fight. Nothing. Like, my life is like completely changing, and I'm just so blessed to be in a walking testimony. And then also having other testimonies is what's also kept my faith and my strength like very strong. So yeah, I feel like the only thing that I really need to focus on is God, and just chase after his love and keep going, because the moment you start getting distracted or you start reading your word is the moment that flesh, the enemy, whatever, yourself, you can get in your own way. The enemy can get in your way, flesh, anything, like all that can get in your way. So my best advice is just stay prayed up, stay reading your Bible, and continue to do what you know how to do best. Switch it up if you got to, boo. But that's pretty much it on my chapter 21 of my life, and where I'm at and what I got going on and how I'm feeling, and just like my progress in life. Like I said, I don't feel like getting up every single day, but I do, because I have to. I don't have no choice. Ain't nobody gonna make me successful but me at the end of the day. So it's just kind of like time to take accountability. And if you are someone that struggles with accountability because you can't face the truth, just know that it's okay. And the sooner you take accountability and the sooner you realize it is the sooner you can get over it and get it moving. And that's just some real shit. But that is all that we have for today's Big T podcast. Yes. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all can y'all go ahead and share? Oh, I thought that was a goddamn, oh, I'm about to say. But if y'all can, go ahead and share it. Make sure y'all hit that bell from the post notifications. Remember that I do post every single Thursday now at 8 p.m. But I am posting today on Friday because I had some things going on. But yeah, just go ahead and stay blessed and less stress, you guys. Like I said, I'm sorry that this video didn't give as much energy. I'm mentally kind of out of it. But like I said, like, I'm still pushing, and we ain't gonna make no excuses. I got homework to do and everything, but like, yeah, we ain't gonna make no excuses. We gonna get it done, whether we tired, we sad, we angry, we feel slothful, anything. I don't care. Like, we just crying all day. You still gotta get up and still gotta do what you gotta do at the end of the day for you. But like I said, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for whoever is supporting me, and bye.